Well, President-elect Donald Trump making it official. ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson is his selection for Secretary of State.
So who is that guy, and what should the American people know about him?
Well, let's ask Robert Charles, who served as the Assistant Secretary of State under President George W. Bush. Good morning, Mr. Charles. Great to see you.
Good morning.
So what do you know about Rex Tillerson, and why is he a good choice?
So I think he's an excellent choice for a number of reasons. I think he's well-reasoned, and I think he's also hopeful. Why? He's an internationalist. Exxon has programs all over the world, in just about every country of the world. And diplomacy ultimately boils down to trust, and I think he has proven over decades that he is a trusted entity all over the world. You know, it's very easy to imagine that anybody could do that job, but it's a job that requires being able to go one-on-one with somebody, look them in the eye, and get to an agreement on an outcome. And what has he done for several decades? He has been generating outcomes, not just pushing paper, not a Johnny-come-lately diplomat. He is somebody who has walked the walk. So net, I think he's going to be a great manager at the State Department. I think he knows these cultures, and I think it was actually a brilliant out-of-the-box choice.
And when you talk about out-of-the-box, you told our producer yesterday that he reminds you of, for instance, John Foster Dulles or Colin Powell, who are both Secretary of State. In what way?
Well, all of these successful secretaries of state come with obviously a confluence or a combination of a lot of capabilities. The thing about this particular candidate, and again, I don't know him personally, but looking at his record closely, he brings the combination of being able to go one-on-one with somebody in a way that is persuasive and convincing and has authority. I would say he's even closer in many ways to George Shultz, who came out of Bechtel. Powell was great managing people. I think one of the great things about this guy is he has the ability, Tillerson, to manage groups of people. And inside the State Department, that may be his biggest negotiating challenge of all. You've got to bring Foreign Service officers together with civil servants, together with political appointees. And he's proven to be a great manager, and I think that's got to be a plus.
And now let's fast forward to the confirmation proceedings, and some of the weaknesses perhaps might be looked at: his dealings with repressive regimes, especially in Africa, and of course his friendship award with Russian President Vladimir Putin. As Senator John McCain said yesterday, I'd never get an award from Vladimir Putin. He's a murderer and a thug. Your reaction?
You know, I think you have to take a longer view on this. This is an individual who for 2 decades has managed programs in Russia and the Caspian Sea. As Ronald Reagan would tell you, we have an awful lot in common with the Russian people. And at the end of the day, it's a very difficult culture to negotiate with. The Russians have a peculiar way of looking at the world. And I think he's very well suited to do that. You know, it doesn't bother me in the least. You're talking about a cabinet that is now likely to have sitting with him Generals Kelly, Mattis, Flynn. National security will not be an issue that he can't get good counsel.
And Robert, they are rejoicing in Russia with his nomination. Maybe it'll bring the two countries together. Robert Charles, thank you. Yeah.
Sure. I would just say, remember, Ukraine and Syria may end up better negotiated with a better solution out of all this with him there than anybody else.
Well, it couldn't be worse than what we got. All right, Robert Charles.
That's right.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.